6 days a week, it's going to be used to forge horseshoes, but 1 day a week, an anvil is used to forge victories here in Indianapolis, and it's been wrong once again at the city's Lucas Oil Stadium, telling us all it is time for football. Today we have a fun preseason matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts.
Your 2026 Indianapolis Colts.
Spencer Schrader is going to have the honor of getting us started. And here we go from Indy. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25.
The Falcons take over.
So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out as a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
There was not a scout or an executive that ever questioned Michael Penix's arm coming out of college. It's as electrifying as any passer in the league. But it's that body, that ability to be durable and available. Banged up in college, banged up to start his career. He's just got to find a way to stay available.
Crowd begins here with Robinson. Good work by this offense as they get about 20 on the play before the defense stops them. And that is good for an Atlanta first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. Runs that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. And send a receiver left. Here's Penix on 2nd down. Man downfield, and he finds London. Touchdown, Atlanta!
Penix's pass complete to Drake London.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Colts nothing.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they're brought out by the 6th overall pick in 2019. One of the highest drafted Blue Devils ever, Daniel Jones.
In well under a decade in the NFL, Kate, it kind of feels like Daniel's lived a full quarterback's life. With all the highs and the lows and the roller coaster rides and the big markets and small markets. But that ride's not over yet.
New set of downs for him from the 31. And go play fake with Jones. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. They tuck him down finally as this play goes for about 20. And it is a Colts first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Putting the tight end in motion. 2nd down now, it's Jones. Looks like he's done improvising. They got to him and bring him down. James Pierce. And good work by the defense, forces a 3rd down and 10.
I've heard Mike McDonald, the head coach of the Seahawks, talk an awful lot about games declare themselves. Well, this defense is trying to make a point real quickly to this quarterback. You're going to be under duress today.
3rd and long for him here. He's going for it himself. They pick up 14 yards on that one. That is good for an Indianapolis first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Jones. He's calling his own number again. And Jones slides down with enough to move those chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Brock, you tell me about this all the time. Tight end's top responsibility changes by the down. And on that one, it was all about blocking, getting his guys some space to get vertical.
Really got to be some of the most versatile players on the team. I was spoiled in my life, in my football life, to watch really the Colts and their 12 personnel so good in the run game, just like that one.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Went into their bag of tricks just a little bit there. The surprise handoff, not enough to get the touchdown. But I'll tell you what, I'm kind of excited to see the next wrinkle off that one because I don't think that was just a one-off.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for 2nd and goal. Now Jones. Going with a screen to Taylor. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's 3rd and goal. Taylor. And he runs it across. Touchdown! Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they're able to answer early here. We are tied at 7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. He's got London left side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's got him the first down. That 3-yard gain was enough on that previous play.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10, offense going 3 tight ends to the left. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Complete to Bijan.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up. Oh, man, that was like a feeding frenzy out there, Brock. Draw play against the blitz. Defenders just rushing over each other to be the one to sit him down.
That is a total boom or bust call. If you can run by those blitzers, great. But if they got those Mike Singletary eyes staring you down and feasting, they're going to finish.
Throw here, 3rd down. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down from the 42. They go play action. Here's Penix. Back to Pitts it goes. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
Maybe it wasn't the chunk play, the explosive play that the previous catch was, but I'll tell you what this kind of reception does. It just sets the table for everybody else. I always believe in building that game from the inside out. You get your tight end involved, you get everybody involved.
Throwing on 2nd. Penix finds London on the slant. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
22 yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 for Penix. Staying busy, staying perfect on these series. 5 for 5 throwing the ball. From the gun, it's Robinson. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass, and that RPO scheme offensively feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Play fake. Penix. And he's going to opt to just ditch this one through the end zone. That's going to bring up second and goal. So they fire for the end zone on first down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on second and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Firing quickly is Penix, complete. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown,
Kyle
Atlanta.
Pitts scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Folk on now to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Colts 7.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes a defender. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. Colts sending their offense back out. So there's the one ushering them to the field's coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter. This marks his 4th year as OC with the Colts, and it was actually Indy Brock who gave him his first NFL job as an offensive assistant back in 2009. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action now with Jones. That one finds Josh Downs. Nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much doubt into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger.
2 yards
Because what can happen from that, Kate,
second
is he puts some
and
nice
8.
toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Jones. Escapes the pocket. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Jones. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
So Rigoberto Sanchez, the man who will send this flying on 4th down. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Dodges another stop. And give him the first down here. Looks to be an even 20 on that play.
Runs like that one, baby, that's where you could really see how locked in and in sync this offense is. The choreography up front to get all the blocking in place. The back's ability to see those holes as they open up. And the coach is finding the right call, Kate, for the right moment. It's beautiful to watch when a plan comes together.
All set to go now from the 35. They're going play fake with Penix. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
This snap going to be our last before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Robinson. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. 3rd and 2, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pass complete to Robinson. Taken out of bounds as he manages a couple. And it's going to be 1st down Falcons.
A pickup of 2 yards.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Penix on 1st and 10. And he is now 8 of 10 after that last completion. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. Getting close, and a hit will force him to that sideline. But not before he picked up 24. And that's going to be good for a Falcons 1st down.
24 yards.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Penix now. He's got Pitts outside. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock pass incomplete. And they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Second down coming from Penix. Yeah, the defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready. And that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the
stop here, 3rd and goal. Penix looking to pass. Hits his target in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts. Give him 2 now in this 2nd quarter. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Folk on now to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And they now lead by 14 points.
21, Colts 7. Nick Folk to kick
It's all
off
lined
for
up.
Atlanta.
Folk ready to send this one flying. Ashton Doolin now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Jones looking to throw. They'll check it down to Taylor. He's going to be hit there, and they're going to take him out of bounds after a gain of 11. It's going to be 1st down to Indianapolis.
That's good for a Colts.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up 1st downs and keep the drive on schedule.
New set of downs from the 37. Jones now to throw. Rushes right there as he releases it. Goes nowhere near the target. Looking to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is 2nd down.
It's now 2nd
Fairly
and
safe
10.
to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Jones. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Billy Bowman.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Making the call himself. And they get him down after a gain of 10. A great effort on his part. Pays off with the 1st down.
A gain of 10
Timeout
yards.
Indianapolis. That's its
And the
2nd.
Colts,
And they still have one in their
down.
pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Now Jones. And the hit's going to separate him from that football. Incomplete. Not surprising to find a defender in the area there over the middle, challenging that one, partner. It's 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and he gets him the 1st.
It's a gain of 23
You know, Kate, you'll
yards.
find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's Jones to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
So far,
It's
this
now
script, well, it's
second and
dictated
10
some
at the
early looks for
30-yard
this
line.
running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up, 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Gets this one to Pierce. Tackle made at the 10, 1st and goal coming up. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they could take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it gets them back to within 11.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. So entering the locker rooms. Hanson and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. It's all lined up. Folk ready to set this one flying. On the return, here's Doolin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Starting the third with Taylor. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that's going to be good for a Colts 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Jones setting up the play action. Ooh, the look was there, but the catch is not. Contact deep downfield, and that's enough to pop that one out.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second down carry for Taylor. And call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
He was brought down by James Pierce. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Tight end going in motion here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's downfield. He's got it. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That is the spark that they needed. 32 yards.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And this will wind up incomplete, so the failure to connect brings up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
He was taken down behind
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They motion a receiver left. 3rd and long for him here. Downfield to Warren. He's got it. There's the stop. 22 yards given up before it. That is a Colts 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All set now. 1st and 10. Play fake. Jones. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And he's going to get about 3, but almost nothing after that. Tackle made quickly after he made the catch.
3-yard pickup.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
And put a receiver in motion left. From the gun, a get to Brown. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
Can you call it a sneak attack when your biggest skill guy gets the ball? You know, they really tried to surprise the defense there with the tight end run game, and I'd say it worked.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now a toss play, Taylor. And he gets in, touchdown! It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Shane Steichen sticking with his offense. They're trying for 2 more.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Running the draw. And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the touchdown and the 2, and single-handedly shaves 8 points off that lead.
18.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins here with Robinson. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
And 5.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. And they've got a first down. Give him a gain of 13 on that previous play.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Play fake. Penix. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end, because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. 2nd down. Here's Robinson up the middle. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that is good for an Atlanta first down.
He's brought down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
We've set it downs from 37. They send a man in motion. Going to the ground again on first. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
At the Colts' 34-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air with Penix. He's got it at the 5. And there it is. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Full call now to try the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that makes this a 10-point game.
Falcons 28, Colts 18.
It's all lined up. Full, ready to set this one flying. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. On the ground first, it's a give to Taylor. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And time runs out before we can get another snap here in this third quarter. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. All right, back for our final frame, Brock, and they're going to start out 1st and 20. Throwing here, Jones. And this is going to be lost on the hit. Incomplete. Tough to complete it through that traffic and contact over the middle. It's 2nd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
At the same spot after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. To throw, here's Jones. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. He's going to be a big game, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And it's going to be 1st down to Indianapolis.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Now it's Jones off the play action. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Jones going to throw again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
Throw here, 3rd down. That one nabbed by Warren. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and gets him the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice round catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from the 37. Pistol now for Jones. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. He's going to hit there, and they're going to take him out of bounds after a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for a Colts 1st down.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are moving.
Here's Jones on 1st. Now 4-6 passing on what has been a very busy drive for him. From the gun, Taylor. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They're throwing it. Left side into the hands of Warren. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it. And when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a 1st down.
Working inside the red zone. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Jones pass.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, that this quarterback trusts this tight end a whole bunch. Already now his third catch on this drive. And it really doesn't matter what the defense does. Even good coverage can't stop him.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Man in motion, out of the slot. Working on 2nd down. Jones has it in close. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
It's a gain of 3.
Dude, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
And he's going to be brought down shy of not just the end zone, Brock. That first down marker as well. So now offense facing an interesting 4th down decision.
Only a yard.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Turnover on down.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Falcons and Michael Penix Jr. set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. A toss now to Robinson. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
In truth, Kate, kind of felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to first.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Falcon, first down.
Kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
16-yard line.
Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. From the gun, it's Robinson. Finds room to the 30. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. A huge gain for Atlanta. 34 yards.
A gain of 34
In this ground
yards.
game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Falcons holding a 10-point lead. And they'll kneel this down. Offense to the line, second down. Now to give to Bijan. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
He was tackled at the
Give him 5 on
46-yard
that
line.
play. Now it's going to be third down and 6.
Pickup on the play.
Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Going deep here for the end zone. All the way to the end zone, and this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London. First return score, and now he's got a receiving one, too. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Folk on now to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes this a 3-possession game.
Colts 18.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Taken in by Downs, left side. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. And that is a Colts first down.
It's a gain of
Gosh,
11.
I really like this receiver on
That's
that
good
drag
for
route in
Colts.
particular. Why?
First down.
Because he's a guy that creates
First
after the
and
catch.
10 at the
They don't close
37-yard
quickly.
line.
He could take it to the house.
New set of downs from the 37. Here's Jones to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count.